Oh, you know that. That's why you go here. What do you do? Do you work with them?
I used to in a prior life. Yeah, I worked for a distributor for diesel manufacturers.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah, we use a lot of their products.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's
You probably would.
Thank you.
No,
No, you're not.
Daughters.
Hopefully,
Again, welcome to everyone. We've got several guests this evening. Honored to have Craig Jeffrey, who is our current AG.
Hey, Craig.
Also, welcome, Craig. Also have Glenn McCrary, who is our AG for next year, visiting us this evening. Welcome, Glenn. Hope you'll come visit us often over the next year. Always welcome here. We also have Tom Stevens with us again this week. Welcome back, Tom. And we have Tyler Kelly, who visited us for the first time last week, joining us again this week. Welcome to you, Tyler. We appreciate your interest in our club and love to be able to share more about it with you. Got a bulletin out on the table for everyone. Had a really good speaker last week to talk to us about Veteran Falls out in Granbury, Texas, building a monument to the veterans post 9/11. Got some contact information there. Also included the article about Casa Hogar, which is the orphanage in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico, that Tom presented such a moving presentation for us week before last. There's information there on how you can support both of those causes, and specifically with regard to Casa Hogar, we will be doing the coat drive through Lake Hill Preparatory School, which is the school that we get our Ryla camper from. That's also a notice I have. Our Ryla camper will be chosen by this Friday, so by this time next week, I hope to give you a brief profile of the lucky student that we're going to be sending to Camp Ryla, which is the Rotary Youth Leadership Award. It's a camp out at Camp Collinsville, and it takes high school juniors, and it's a 4-day camp where it works on their leadership skills, and we've really seen good things come out of that the past several years. Bruce Lynn is our RILA chairman, and we thank you for doing that, Bruce. A couple other things. The Rotary District 5810 cruise is officially sold out. We're going to be going to Alaska May 8th to the 15th. Completely sold out. Even the penthouse is gone. So Governor Linda's hope for getting the penthouse, I'm afraid is not going to be. But we do know that we will be working with the 3 clubs in Juneau, Alaska. We will be doing a service project at the Arboretum in Juneau the day that we're in port there with Rotarians from Alaska. Also want to remind you all that the Rotary International Convention will be in New Orleans this year, May 19th. Unfortunately, all of the early registration discounts are gone as of March 31st, but you can still register. I believe it's through May 6th if you would like to attend the International Convention in New Orleans. That is all of my general announcements. I'm going to turn the floor over briefly to Rosemary, who had an announcement that she would like to make for her nonprofit, which is Twinkle Little Star. So, Rosemary.
thank you. Do you ready to come up there?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Fellow Rotarians and Ms. Lisa, thank you for this opportunity for allowing me to share something real brief about very, very dear and near to my heart. Number one, I want to thank you all for having me as a new member to the club. I'm very delighted to work with you and be a part of what you are doing around the world. And also wanted to share something that I think is exciting. I just recently became a U.S. citizen on Friday. Thank you. I'm very excited about that. When I left my village in rural Kenya in 1999 in December, I had no clue what awaited me on this other side of the ocean, which is about 9,000 miles away from home. One thing I didn't know is, from the little knowledge that I had, is America is a place where any dream can become reality, anything to dream of, and it was a pool of opportunities. I just did not know where in that pool I was going to land. But I got here with a vision for the village, not just for me, but for the village, especially the kids in the village where I grew up. And in 2006, I, with a group of board members, formed Two Political Stars, which is a Texas state incorporation, and it's a 501c3 under IRS tax exemption. And what we've been doing is we've been providing the kids in that village, which is called Massachusetts. We've been providing them with food supplies, uniform, shoes, just about anything that a child would need to live a full, life, to have a well-rounded life. And especially we've been speaking to them about hope and about dreaming, which is something that I embraced at a very young age, otherwise I wouldn't be here today. And what I promised myself is when I come here and when I learn what I learned here, I will then go back home one day and hopefully shine the light for the kids. And that has been happening for the last 5 years, and I thank God for some Rotary clubs that have been supporting us, and friends, and just everybody and anybody that has been able to come and rally behind us. That's been a dream come true for me. What I am planning to do this year is there's a special milestone for me. One is what I just achieved on Friday by becoming a citizen. And the next one is this summer I will be turning 40 years old. And for me, that is a huge milestone. I didn't want to just turn 40 and say, well, I turned 40, or let's go party and celebrate and have a good time. I wanted to party, but party for the kids, not for me. So after reaching out to some of my advisors and the board, we agreed that it would be a great idea to do a banquet in honor of the children's education project. What we are wanting to do this year is something that has been ringing in the back of my mind. Since I left the primary school where I went to 20 years ago, there was not library, and there has not been anything that has changed or has been done to improve the situation since then. And these children, just like me, have nothing or nowhere to get anything even as simple as a printout like this that they can take home and learn anything new from. So what I wanted to see happen is for them to get a wealth of information, somewhere where they can go and actually get something in their hands, learn outside the school curriculum, learn about the world around them, learn about the opportunities around the world and everything that's available to them. And also things that can help them, especially with their English, writing, reading, expressing themselves and stuff. Because it's, let's face it, English has become a universal language. It is a business language in Kenya, but it's more of a universal language now. And without it, even in France, where they're so proud of their language, bless them, you still need English if you're going to penetrate and do business with a diverse population that has become, it's become a one world. So on May 13th, we have a banquet scheduled to take place at the DFW North in Irving, and we are going to be having people come, and whatever comes out of that banquet, from the tickets, from anything that gets sold by vendors that will be there, or even people that want to donate their $5, $10, everything will go towards that project, the library project. And 3 days after that, I, along with a few volunteers, will be traveling to Makitana Village to actually initiate the library project. On May 20th, we will put the first nails on the wood and actually get shelves started. And I'm really excited and looking forward to the way I will forever remember how I celebrated my 40th birthday. So I wanted to share that with you, and if anybody is interested, the tickets are in. They are $40 a piece, just because I'm turning 40. Someone we figured would use that as our same number. And we have the tickets ready. We have raffling items that we'll be giving away. And there'll be great information, things that you can learn about the organization. And there will be a great opportunity to network and meet with other people that are like-minded, that love to support those that are unfortunately around us. Thank you for the opportunity to listen, everybody, and God bless.
Thank you, Rosemary. Congratulations again on being an American citizen.
Thank you.
And I'd like to welcome our speaker this evening, Dr. Minette Reardon. She is the founder of Scissortail Publishing. For the last 8 years, she has successfully produced a magazine, a website, and large family expos that specifically target families in North Texas. In June, she will be launching Web, a magazine targeting women who are also small business owners. In addition to publishing her magazine, Minette is a certified coach, public speaker, and community volunteer. Her publication is well known in North Texas, and she is respected for the commitment that she shows both to family and to community. She was named the 2009 Small Business Owner of the Year by the Plano Chamber of Commerce and the Altrusa Woman of the Year for 2007. So welcome, Dr. Reardon.
So Lisa, do I need to stand someplace special?
Right about here where the other folks are
So I can't
so you'll
really
be
have
on.
to be one of those speakers that speaks like this.
You're okay. I'll pan back out a little bit.
So I'm here to talk about business cards tonight, and it might seem like an odd topic, but I have found that business cards are one of the most overlooked and underutilized tools, marketing tools, that we have at our fingertips on a regular basis. It's the #1 tool that we use at any given time to introduce ourselves to somebody, to make sure that they walk away with our contact information. I don't know about you, I have stacks of them sitting on my desk that I still paw through when I'm looking. Oh, I know I met somebody at the luncheon last week that I want to make sure I connect with. So I'm going to ask you, is anybody in here retired? Anybody retired? Everybody's still working? You're retired? So are you part-time in Mexico, half part-time here? What's your...
I'm still not sure.
You're still not sure. What's your dream? To be there full-time,
No,
part-time?
I mean, I was there full-time for 6 years.
Okay. What a luxury to get bored. It is a wonderful thing. And so I'm just curious to know, I like to know who I'm talking to and all the different things that you're doing. And when I speak to Rotaries, in fact, I ask Matt this, usually about half of the Rotarians are retired, and it's interesting. So they don't show up with business cards. They don't have contact information. My dad carries around a little tiny notebook in his pocket and a pen that he's constantly scribbling information in, right? So a business card, whether you're retired or still working, is a phenomenal way to just have your contact information present with you. So obviously when you have a business card, there's a few things that you automatically want to include on the card. What do you absolutely have to have on your business card?
Your name.
Your name. What else?
Contact method.
Phone number, contact. What else? Email. What else? What's one?
If you have any business or anything going on, you want to put it on there.
Absolutely. And obviously your website, right? One of the #1 things you want to have on your business card at least once is your website in this day and age, right? So make sure that people can follow up and find more information. So basic contact information, but with that basic contact information, the biggest mistake people make is trying to put way too much contact information and way too many details. Like you'll get somebody's card, it has all their social media on there. It has every social media that they're a member of. It has their LinkedIn address, their Twitter address, their Facebook page. It's too much because I don't know about you guys, I'm not getting any younger. So congratulations, Rosemary, on turning 40. I turned 46 in January, and I'm starting to have to read things farther and farther away, even though I have trifocals, right? So your card should be absolutely readable. You don't want people to have to struggle to read the information and figure out what's going on with you, right? You want it to be very obvious who you are, what your name is, and when they're looking for that phone number or that email address, you don't want them to have to struggle to get that information, so you want it to be readable. Let's talk about design for a minute. In fact, Matt said something about this earlier. So he's in the financial planning industry, has a lot of compliance issues that he has to pay attention to. He's very limited by what he can put on his card and how creative he can get, right? So his answer to that was, well, I'll just have 2 cards, right? I'll have one that says something different. It's great to have 2 cards. And he said, I want one that looks very bankerly, right? Or bankerish, or whatever it was that he said. Looks like I'm a banker, right? So when you think about designing your card and what it should look like from an aesthetic and graphic design perspective, it needs to reflect who you are as a business owner and who you are as a person as well. So some of the things that you want to think about, if you're in the financial planning industry, you're not going to want something silly and whimsical on your card. You're going to want something that inspires confidence. I, on the other hand, own a parenting magazine. My card has pictures of my magazine on the front with cute kids' artwork. It's what I do. They're very colorful, has full color cards, not 2 colors, not just blue ink on a white card, but a lot of colors so that it tells people a little bit about who we are just from first glance at our card. Another thing to remember when you're thinking about design, one of my favorite cards I got from somebody one time, and she was a graphic designer. It was this adorable little, looked flat, it was sort of square, and she hands you her business card and you put it down on your desk and it pops up into this 3-dimensional box. It was really cute. Guess how long it lasted on my desk? You want to take a guess?
2 or 3 minutes.
2 or 3 minutes, maybe 2 or 3 days, because it was cute and it was a novelty. It didn't fit in my business card scanner, which I love and I use a lot to capture people's information. If you're still old-fashioned and you like to keep one of those